Listen, go to the site that used to be the swindling site and buy the good thing, and then swindle the company by installing the bad software on their good thing. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
This actually goes right from where we were kind of talking about in the pre-show, consistent, because I want to talk to you today.
Oh, did you not hear the pre-show? Did you not go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns? You buffoon.
You can
you
do
absolute
it. You
rube.
still can. You can correct that right now, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to talk to you, Anthony, about bullshit.
We usually do.
We do. That is a recurring refrain here on the We Have Concerns. But I want to talk about a very specific kind of bullshit.
Okay.
This is
Penn and Teller's bullshit. Season 4.
That's a great one. That's a great one. It's a fun show. If you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, go check it out.
I think Brian Brushwood was on that. Our buddy Brian Brushwood.
Was he?
He was either on Bullshit or Fool Us. He was on one of the Penn and Teller shows, I think.
That's great. He's awesome. I should call him. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Yeah. Same.
Corporate bullshit is the specific kind of bullshit I want to talk to you about. I think this will hit home.
Right.
You and I have both worked at places, corporate places where we've been sort of entrenched in that corporate speak.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. I've done a better job at avoiding it than most.
I think we both have, but we've both experienced it.
Yeah.
You know, I see it.
The trade-off is I have no financial security.
Yeah. We'll get into that too. But I'm not you specifically, but you know how this contributes to that.
No, somebody please talk to me about my financial insecurity.
This episode's an intervention for Anthony.
Somebody that knows about finance, please help me. My family is dying.
No, I see this every single day because my wife is really in the corporate world.
My wife.
Yeah, she.
My wife.
My wife is VP of marketing for a company, which means
first of all, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. This is why I get to do podcasts for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to complain like Anthony about my dire financial situation. But no, so every single day I am inundated with the fact that my wife has to be swimming through the bullshit. I mean, she also deals in
KPIs and quick time event QTEs.
Yes. Up, down, left, right.
That's right. If you don't push X exactly when you need to during the meeting, Nathan Drake falls off the chair.
You don't want that to happen.
And then he makes a fool of himself during the presentation.
It's okay. They give you another chance right away. No, this is a very specific kind of bullshit. And I want to tell you about a recent study that comes out of Cornell University. Fighting cornholes, I guess.
That's right.
Cornell. This comes from a researcher named Shane Luttrell. He's a postdoctoral researcher and cognitive psychologist at Cornell.
Hey, postdoctorate, get out of there.
Yeah,
get out of the world.
You're done. You've
milked academia as much as you can. You got to be a grown up now.
You did it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fly out of the nest, little baby bird.
Get a job, Shane.
Shane's job is identifying corporate bullshit. Shane has come up with a paper that has just been published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences.
Damn, that's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one. We get a lot of them, and that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get our subscription back.
I would genuinely read that one.
Personality and Individual Differences.
Yeah, that sounds like my shit, dude.
It's just like one guy different from another guy. Oh, look at this lady. She's different. Look at these people. They got different stuff going on.
One quarter, they were short on studies, and they just published the lyrics to Piano Man.
Yeah.
It was just like, here's all the different people. Here's what they're like. Also, welcome back to episode 3 of our Billy Joel podcast. I did it.
We will continue
to do
happen. It until you stop us, ladies and gentlemen, which you can't. Can't be stopped. No, this is a new paper that sets out to create a corporate bullshit receptivity scale. So how susceptible are you to corporate bullshit? And he goes into detail, man. I read this thing top to bottom. It's dense, but we're going to try to pluck out the interesting
I'm telling you, this
bits.
is a good one. This is one of what the second he said the title of the journal and the title of the study, I could tell this wasn't one of the ones where we just read the summary. This wasn't just to read the abstract and the conclusion. This is one where you got to go in there. It's
dense. It's dense because it's comprised of 4 different studies, a massive amount of cross-referencing. It's real science.
Dude, he'll do anything to not actually go out and get a job. He so much so that he wrote a meta study about why corporations are bad.
That's right.
He's like, this one's going to take years.
Honey, I'm not getting a job, and this is why. Look at what they do to people.
This is it. And she's like, I know, Shane. I know because I go to work every day. I go to work every day while you hang out on the quad, hacky sacking.
Boy, Shane sure sounds a lot like my life.
Yeah, you got to respect Shane.
He's
running the grift.
So what is corporate bullshit? So what did he do?
Jeff's about to give a PowerPoint about corporate bullshit. And unfortunately, PowerPoint's the most corporate bullshit of all.
It's very meta, this whole thing. He created a corporate bullshit generator, which generates statements like, we will actualize a renewed level of cradle-to-grave credentialing, creating a hyper-connected, frictionless, and impact-minded global enterprise. Getting our friends in the tent with our best practices, we will pressure test a renewed level of adaptive coherence.
Is it terrible that I understood that? I hate that I lived in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I hate that I lived in San Francisco. Oh, the tech boom was bad.
It's still happening. It's here. It's happening.
Is this corporate generator available to us?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't check on that. But that would be awesome if you could just use it. If you could
Yeah.
I think it's actually called Claude.
You got to pay to use it. You got to pay. It's monthly, baby. What's Shane's last name? I'm going to look this up while you're talking.
Littrell, Littrell. Shane Littrell from Cornell. So this thing just created that gobbledygook, and he's very quick to differentiate corporate bullshit from other kind of bullshit, and also from jargon, which he says jargon is actually something that's useful.
Jargon is technical speak that makes sense to other people within a technical industry.
That's exactly right.
Jargon is specificity.
Right. It's in-group speak that may sound impenetrable to those outside the group.
Yes.
But actually communicates something.
It's useful for expediency of communication.
That's
Using
right.
technical terminology in a field that requires technical expertise is unavoidable.
Yeah. Acronyms, things that you have to sort of understand the field to grasp. These things are actually useful, and they may sound like gobbledygook to those outside the group, but they aren't bullshit. They aren't corporate bullshit. Corporate bullshit, he says, is actually devoid of semantic content, right? It is actually, that massive sentence I just read to you.
Yeah.
You could parse it, but ultimately there's no there, right?
Yeah.
There's no substance.
It's a lot of corporate speak is double spacing your research paper.
Right.
A lot of corporate speak is essentially like it starts at resume padding to make like your job sound more important and high skilled than it is, and once you get the job, it never stops. It's just a bunch of people who are just use the terms to make what they do sound spectacular than it is.
Right.
Because everyone in corporations, everyone under capitalism is constantly trying to prove their value because you have to.
That's exactly right. That's right. That's right. So it is an attempt to communicate in a way that makes you feel like the communicator knows something you don't, right? Or is working on a higher level and processing all the variables at a very high level.
Yeah.
So what Shane did is he took this corporate bullshit generator that just, spits out this kind of gobbledygook.
By the way, for those wondering, it is not available online. Shane made it in Excel.
Yes, that's in this article. Yeah,
he made it. It's an Excel spreadsheet that he made for himself. This dude will literally do anything to not get a job. And he's probably better at Excel than most people in corporations, which is crazy.
Yeah. So they took 1,000 people, office workers from different walks of life, and brought them in through 4 different studies, presented them with the bullshit generator statements and real corporate statements, and asked them to pick which was the ones that were most impressive, were the ones that they thought solved the problem. There's various studies. They introduced problems, like actual work problems that needed to be solved, and asked which statement is best used to solve that problem. Which methodology would you want from a supervisor to set about solving that problem?
Yeah. That's interesting though, because the methodology is interesting because it forces you to choose one. It doesn't.
That's right.
You don't get to say these are all bullshit. You have to choose which one sounds the best to you. Well,
what he's attempting to do is create some that are absolutely pulled out of the bullshit generator,
right?
And some that are actual, he's pulled from CEOs that have actually done things.
Ah, gotcha.
So there's some that are sort of authentic workplace,
yes,
initiatives,
artisanal farm to table bullshit.
Right. And some that are just nonsense, utter nonsense, intended to be nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And then rated across these 4 different studies, these 1,000 people, and rated their receptivity to just the nonsense, the real bullshit.
Yeah.
And then cross-reference that with studies that, tests on these people that scored them on analytical thinking, reflection, fluid intelligence, problem solving on a variety of levels.
Fancy.
And what he found was, you'll be shocked to learn, the people who are more receptive to corporate bullshit are basically worse at their job across the board.
Well. It turns out that a dog really can't be an executive.
That's right. And
even though you can say whatever you want, whatever jargon you want, he's going to wag his tail. But he's stupid.
Yeah. So these people, the people that had a higher receptivity score for the nonsense, the real, bullshit generator bullshit, all did worse on problem solving. They're just bad, right? And what's even better than that,
they've given
Anthony?
themselves up. They've given themselves up to corporate speak.
Yes.
They're setting themselves free. I'm jealous.
Well, Anthony, what's even better than that? What's even proves the point even more, just chef's kiss, is that the people who scored higher on the receptivity scale for corporate bullshit also gave consistently higher marks to their supervisors. They thought the people they worked for were fucking awesome.
Yeah, because they're all speaking the bullshit. This is how it happens.
This is how it happens.
But can I tell you something, Jeff? This is an evolutionary thing. This is evolution, because this started, I believe, with a bunch of people who spoke the bullshit knowing it was bullshit.
Right.
And then the people who spoke the bullshit, knew it was bullshit, didn't care, rose to the top, right? And so what happens? Evolution selects for the most successful traits. And so what happened was we wound up with, I'm going to say, 50 years later. What happened 50 years ago? Who was president? Doesn't matter. 50 years later, all of a sudden, everyone believes it. Yeah. You've had most of a human lifetime of people hearing this stuff, and so they just grew. They just believe it now.
Well,
You don't have to do the job. You just have to be the job.
Can I say something even more controversial?
Please.
This is religion.
Yeah.
This is religion.
There's a dogmatic thing to it, right?
It starts out with people being like, I've heard from the man. And the man says, don't do these 3 things.
Right.
Because that would ruin my whole gig.
Welcome, behold, I am Scrum Master. I am the master of Scrum. I have all your answers as it pertains to Scrum. I will make a Gantt chart about this, and we will reconvene in 7 moons. We will circle back. We will circle back.
Let's put a pin in it.
A pin. We have put a pin in it. And so we will return here in 7 days. And we shall see the bounty that has grown from the pin. All of the answers will be given to us in 7 days. Hail to the pin. Hail to the pin.
Hail to the pin. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to see how the bullshit starts as bullshit, then you start believing the bullshit, and then the people who believe the bullshit perpetuate the bullshit.
Sure.
And then it ceases to be bullshit to them.
Can I tell you something? This is the most hilarious sentence. My father was a Scrum Master. And his father before him and his father before him.
We come from a long line of Scrum Masters.
Yes. Come, belly up to the bar, son, and I'll tell you all about the Scrum. No, my father was like a Scrum Master, like one of those black belt management, like he had certificates and all that stuff. And I remember asking him, like, because he had all these certificates and he was always doing this shit. And I was like, so what does it mean? He's like, absolutely nothing. He literally looked at me. He was like, absolutely nothing. He's like, absolutely nothing. My life is 60% misery. That's what he said. That's what he said to me. I was asking my father about all the certificates on his wall. And he said to me, they are nothing. He said, I am Ozymandias.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's because those certificates exist to make fearful people less fearful about letting you make a decision.
My father knew and did not care. This is why I say when it came from bullshit, he knew and he didn't care. He was just like, yeah, it's bullshit. He was like, it's bullshit, and like 60% of my waking life because of corporate America is bullshit. I just don't care. Yeah. I do the things that I'm supposed to do, and I just don't care.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah. He's like, who cares? If I do it this way, they give me more money, and because I don't care about what we do one way or the other, I'll just do it the way they say so. And I'll come home every night at 6 o'clock, and I'll sit alone in that room that I sat alone in and do whatever it is Dad's doing there. You know what I mean?
Ruminate on their mistakes.
Yeah, whatever it was that boomer dads did in that room.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a whiskey.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I do believe that there are a large number of people that are part of this that do know that it's bullshit and simply don't care. They've turned off whatever part of their
or they're just playing along. We're all just playing along.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. It's like, this is what I do for work. Some guy pays me for it. If they want me to do it this way, fine.
Right.
And listen, I have been for most of my life. I'm literally jealous of those people.
You think?
I'm literally jealous of those people. I bristle at things. I bristle at every little thing that goes against anything I think or believe. And
You're
I
jealous
genuinely
of them
believe
being
it's
able
a
to
problem.
let it go.
I got to be able to let more go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I was just able to let more go, right? I don't believe that you should go into a job that you don't care about and your whole life should, and your waking life should be soulless, right? I don't believe that 1/3 of your life should be spent sleeping and then another third of your life should be spent pushing papers around. And you know what I mean? I don't like that either.
Right.
But I do wish I was able to let more go and not bristle at every word of corporate speak that comes out of somebody's mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this is the central dynamic between my wife and myself is that, I have engineered my life to minimize the amount of time I have to spend dealing with that garbage.
Yeah.
And she is like in it, waist deep, and she'll, talk to me about something that she's dealing with at work. And I'm like, why do you give a fuck about these people and their nonsense?
Yeah.
Like
sometimes you just want to be like, hey, just let Steve have this one.
Yeah. Right.
Let Steve
cares.
Let Steve have it. Seems like Steve cares about this more than you do.
Yeah.
Just let Steve have it. And if it's bad for the company, guess what? You don't own the company.
Yes. And what are you're going to kill yourself to improve the value of something that you don't own? Like, who gives a shit?
That's something, and I wonder how much Shane gets into this sort of stuff, which is, you have to be receptive to corporate bullshit to a certain extent, because that's just being in a group. Do you know what I mean? And getting the most out of being in a group. Like, is there an amount of corporate receptivity that is like connected to success in his findings?
Well, he says that the people who are susceptible to corporate bullshit rated their supervisors as more charismatic and visionary.
Okay.
And were more likely to be inspired by their company's mission statement and to experience job satisfaction. So this is kind of what you're talking about, where it's like the kind of part where we envy. It's like ignorance is bliss in a certain level. It's like if you're bought in, you're bought in, and we're all bought in, and we're all at the company party having a great time.
Yeah. I think some of this for me is pathological demand avoidance. You know what I mean? Like, it's an ADHD thing. It's an autism thing where it's like, do this. And I'm like, why?
Right.
And it turns out that some people, and I didn't find this out until much later on in my life, some people don't have the little voice that says why. Or they do, but it doesn't say why all the time. They have a little voice that says why when it needs to.
Yeah.
And this has not just kept me out of, like, here's another thing that I would love to see, is I would love to see correlation between these people who are receptive, like a certain amount receptive to corporate speak, that also like join clubs, do more group activities, have more friendships and social relationships, right?
Yeah.
A certain amount of this is just fitting in.
And there's something comforting about feeling like, oh, the person who's leading has an idea that makes sense to them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I might not get it. That might sound like bullshit to me, but the fact that they seem to get it gives me comfort, because we have a direction. There's someone steering the ship.
Yeah, and I don't want to steer the ship, so why not let this guy steer the ship?
Right.
And I think for us, and what's crazy is, as much as we try to avoid this stuff, we do have it in our lives. Like for people who are in front of camera or who work in the industry that we work in, even when you're doing audiobook narration and things like that, or voice act, there's a director or a producer, and to a certain extent, you trust them.
Right. You have to.
You have to. And like I was, there's a story that goes viral like every couple of years, which is that like everybody on set of American Psycho thought Christian Bale was a terrible actor. Because they're watching this guy's performance, and it seems like the most wooden, stilted, horrible performance in the world. And Christian Bale is like, there were only two people on set that understood what we were doing, me and the director. And she kept telling me, keep doing it, it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to a certain extent, you do have to listen, and you do have to take in a certain amount of stuff from other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Shane find out that there's a good median of corporate bullshit? Like, what's the ROI? What's the most level of corporate bullshit you can take in before you become a fool?
Well, I think you bring up an interesting point, because when I first read this study and read this article about this study, my knee jerk, because I am a jerk, is, well, I guess you just you identified the morons. Right?
Yeah,
this is an idiot detector.
Yes,
and these are the rubes, right? You're gonna listen to that shit and buy in, you dumbass. Well, interestingly, the corporate bullshit receptivity scale does not match 1-to-1 to intelligence or education.
Right.
The people, he said he said this isn't something that only affects people who are less intelligent. There are across the board people with high degrees, even PhDs, educated backgrounds, that it did not correlate to their receptivity to bullshit. So it like the smart people can be receptive to it. Less smart people can be receptive to it. Less educated, more educated. It's not bound by that.
Right.
So I do think there's something to what we're kind of getting at here, which is like, this isn't just a bunch of idiots falling for the bullshit. It's there's something to it that can actually kind of galvanize a workplace in a weird way, counterintuitively to my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's saying that it's different from jargon, but on a certain level, before it gets to like the complete absurdity level, because in engineering and in science communication, there is the retroencabulator. Are you familiar with the videos of the retroencabulator?
I am not.
Okay. Everybody, if you have not seen these are videos that started, I believe, in the 60s. There was a guy who was in the 50s or 60s. There was a guy who was known as the guy that you went to when your company needed to explain a new technical product. This guy, you would give him a script full of technical jargon about a computer, right? Computers were new, about an engine, about something mechanical or technical. And this dude would instantly memorize it, instantly deliver it, give emotion to the words, and it was all technical engineering. He'd be, it was somebody who had to explain, like, our mainframe computer now comes with two megabytes of memory, meaning that your terminals, and in the 60s, this shit didn't mean anything, right?
Right. Nobody had context for it.
So one day, they had like extra time at the end of a shoot, and he asked, hey, guys, will you help me do something? Just run the camera. Shoot this like you would shoot any regular shoot that we're doing. And he stood in front of a computer, like a reel-to-reel computer, and he spouted off about 5 minutes of bullshit about the retroencabulator. And it's like the retroencabulator comes with 2 inverted gigapunk, like he was just like complete garbage for 5.5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And so the encabulator became this thing. And so now when you look up on YouTube, the retroencabulator, there are like 100 different from people all throughout time who have done like, it's the turbo encabulator. Now it's like, and it's all people doing this same bit. And it's all like these industrial video teams just having a little bit of fun. Just having a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
A certain amount of this, like you get to a point where it is the retroencabulator.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all jargon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all bullshit, but it comes from real jargon.
Right.
I do think there's a certain amount of corporate speak that is real jargon, right?
Right.
Like when somebody says like a KPI, like that's corporate speak. Like they need that, right? Certain words like synergy and stuff like that. It's like, you don't need to say that. You just need to say that like, hey, we need to get these 2 teams on the same page, or like, these 2 projects would work really well together. Why don't you 2 teams talk to each other? You could just say that, but there is an efficiency to saying, I think these 2 teams would synergize, put it on a calendar.
Yeah.
rather
right.
than saying it the way that I just said it, which was 18 sentences longer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is some of it that works.
I think ultimately what it comes down to is taking something on face value or not, or
Right.
actually parsing it, right? Because I think the link that he found between sort of, doing poorly on these actual analytical thinking tests and, flexibility tests and just sort of job performance tests, correlating that to being more susceptible to the bullshit. I feel like that does come from just like taking something on surface level and not thinking. If something is being dictated to you and you're like, well, I don't fucking get it, but let's go, then that's where the problem lies, right?
Right.
Instead of like maybe actually parsing that and going, okay, that's bullshit, but like I'm on board because let's be part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is what we've all decided, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've found that there is, going back to what we were talking about before about the little voice that says why, I have found that I have gotten better about stuff now that I ask myself internally. I'm always like, do I care about this more than they do?
Yeah,
I really do. I go,
That's
do I
good.
care about this more than they do?
Yeah.
And then I go, if the answer is no, and I don't think the decision's going to hurt anyone or really like destroy something, I'm just like, go with God, baby. Go with Scrum.
Yeah,
the Scrum will provide.
There's another aspect of this that he references that I found really fascinating. I wonder what you think of it. He talks about how there's another study about museum exhibits, art exhibits that have sort of obscure or semantically confusing titles. Like a requiem for an imagination, or some kind of like highfalutin weird title. There was a study that said that graduate students, art students who saw these museum exhibits with the fancier titles always rated the ones with the fancier titles as being more impactful, more profound.
Yes.
Whereas actual museum visitors did not. Right? So people who are sort of in an in-group who that sort of values this thing or there's a certain status that is associated with valuing these things, can have that self-reflexive thing we were talking about with religion and other things, where it's like it becomes this self-perpetuating loop.
Yeah.
Whereas people on the outside of it, like just the people who came to the museum to appreciate things, aren't as affected by that.
Right. They're more like, hey, there's a guy who makes chairs, but they're real big.
Yeah, that's a cool big chair, I guess.
This is cool. It's chair so big, human adult walk right underneath chair.
But
who's supposed to sit on that chair?
It's called childhood oblivion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I have, you notice that in museums. I think sometimes when you're walking around, where I don't want to ascribe I try not to ascribe subtext to people or assume what they're doing or what they're thinking, but you do kind of see when you get to like, so Giant Chair is at the Broad, which is a good museum.
Yeah.
Should one family own that much of the world's art? Shut up. It's not about that right now. But Giant Chair is at the Broad. People love Giant Chair.
Sure.
Comes with a whole giant dining room set. There's giant table. There's great, fucking dope, dude. This chair is so fucking big. I love it. When you go through there, you then get into like your abstract art, your modern and postmodern art. You start getting into your room with your Rothkos and things like that.
Yeah.
And people immediately go from how much fun they were having in Giant Chair room, and then they get into the next room and they immediately are standing in front of like an all red Rothko, just like,
Yeah.
And they'll stand in front of it for 4.5 minutes. And it's like, you don't have to do that, buddy. You can spend just as little. You can spend as much or as little time on that as you did on Giant Chair. Don't worry. Whatever talks to you is fine. Giant Chair is good. Giant Chair is good art.
My favorite thing I saw with regard to Giant Chair was some TikTok where somebody posted like, my dad took a gummy and couldn't stop talking about Giant Chair. Like they went to the Broad and this like 70-year-old dad, took a gummy and walked and it was just like Giant Chair. It was just like laughing and joyous and just like the best thing they'd ever seen.
There's a part of that TikTok where he keeps looking in at the room with the giant chair. And he hasn't walked in yet, but he knows that there's a giant chair in there. He saw it. And the moment he saw the giant chair, he like hides up against the wall like a cat burglar. And he keeps like peeking in at Giant Chair like, dude, that's hilarious. I'm going to go in there and that chair's going to be giant.
It's the greatest.
I can't deal with that right now. And it's so good. And, in the next room, they've got, like I'm saying, the Rothkos and the Duchamps and things like that. And it's like the stuff that's more conceptually heady. And it does, like it leads into, there's a natural amount of jargon. I think this is the correlation that I think we're getting to is you get to a certain point where smart people are talking about smart things with terms that you don't understand, that you're trying to understand because you want to understand this thing that you think is cool.
Yeah.
And then you blow past that. And this isn't just in the corporate world, it's everywhere, right? Like there are a lot of art students in art programs that are learning that writing a fancy artist statement is almost as important, if not more important than the work itself.
Right.
Right? The statement will sell the art.
Right.
More than almost as much as the artistry. It's the same thing, I think, in anywhere, right? Like one thing that I noticed back when I was a video game reviewer is you get to a certain point where every critic just likes weird shit.
Yeah.
Every musician gets to a point where they just want to play math rock and free jazz.
Yeah, right.
Because you get to a point where you're just, it's not that you're smarter than
you've been inundated with you've gone through the bell curve. You're up at the top where most of the stuff is, and then you realize, well, it's kind of interesting to go on the other side of that bell curve and see where very few of the things are.
Too much commonality here.
Yes.
I want to go farther in.
Yeah.
So that's the other side of it, is like there is a sort of with the arts, it's more of it can become more of like a pomposity, an ego, and I understand this more than you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does happen that way in corporations, but with corporations, it does feel more like this is just how professionals sound.
I think there's a lot of that to that. It's like, oh, wow, that must be, if I don't get it, it must be because you're working at a level that I can't, I haven't achieved
or
yet.
if I'm not presenting it as cleverly as possible, is it a good idea?
Right. Yes. I have to impress with just the verbiage of it.
Yeah. And you see it all the time we read a lot of studies, and one of the things that's like really hilarious is how people in academia feel they have to write things.
Yeah.
My friend just published one of her papers, and I'm reading it, and I remember looking at her and being like, Rachel, I can't believe you have to talk like this. She's like, I know.
Yeah. Well, it's like with my wife all the time. It's like, really? This is, and dude, don't even get me started on resumes. Like resumes now is just all this corporate bullshit. If you're like running a resume for getting into the corporate world, it's this. And you have to, because it's the robots who are sifting through them. The robots are looking for this kind of crap.
Right. And the AI robots are also looking to see if you used another AI robot to write your resume.
Yeah.
And so you have to write it to sound like the AI robot, but you can't use an AI robot to write it.
It's crazy. Okay, well, before we go, can I read you a few more of these?
Yeah, please.
I think they're so good. They're so good. These are some of the ones that the bullshit generator popped out. He lists them in his paper. His is a very, very good one. As an emerging leader grounded in a mission to benchmark and nurture the human spirit, we have always aspired to make upstream connections, drilling down one more click on people and communities around the world.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. I've always wanted to make the upstream connections.
That
Do you know
one
what I
more
mean?
click, that click down thing, I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upstream Connections is my favorite Shane Carruth movie.
Our bandwidth comes from the visionary culture shifting of several new growth hacked integrated networks that capitalize on our heritage to engage our future when building bridges to success.
Dude, when I hear that the network is growth hacked, my face when I hear that the network is integrated, dude, name your favorite kind of network, and you know what I'm going to tell you? Growth hacked, integrated.
We will cover all of the bases of our low-hanging fruit by joining with our bleeding-edge, results-driven global partners to better grasp our back-end architecture.
No, that one's not good because of low-hanging fruit. It's saying that it's going after low-hanging fruit, and I think even somebody who's into corporate speak would be like, no, you don't go after low-hanging fruit. I know because Scrum Master said so.
All right, I do one last one. There's too many good ones. By solving the pain point of customers with our conversations, we will ideate a renewed level of end state vision and growth mindset in the market between us and others who are architecting to download on a similar balanced scorecard. Bars.
Dude, if I heard that in the meeting, I'd go crazy.
Yeah,
I'd go crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna get that money.
Get paid. Pew, 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 pew. Stormtroopers hitting the ground. I love this, man. Look. We all gotta deal with a certain amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jobs is weird. Weird.
Well, but the thing that Shane has to realize is the ultimate end state for this study is to put this out as a article that you can test yourself on your susceptibility bullshit.
Shane, where's the app? Where's the app, Shane?
Come on, Shane.
There is a growth hacked integrated network of 360 media that you could be monetizing right now.
That's right.
Okay? This is passive income, Shane.
Which character from The Office are you based on the corporate receptivity bullshit scale?
Listen, you could have the app that's the corporate receptivity bullshit generator, right? Turn your Excel spreadsheet into, you need to vibe code it, Shane.
Come on, Shane.
You need to vibe code that into an app where I hit a button and I get a new one. It's hilarious. Everyone in the office loves it. Then you do the test. Serious test, fun test. Serious test, you can actually license out to corporations.
Right? Yeah, part of the hiring process. Fun test, that's another app. That's another app. Share my results. Share my results. That's right.
That's viral growth hack integrated network Scrum.
I do my best not to ever interact with this kind of shit.
Me too, and it really is making success an impenetrable wall that I can't climb over.
Yeah, it's the bed we've made for ourselves, Anthony.
Yeah, I've made a choice. Let me tell you something, everybody. Grass is greener. You know what I mean?
We don't have that growth hacked mindset.
Baby, if I could just have a growth hacked mindset. Are you kidding?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to see us growth,
we got a course. We got a course that we're selling right now. We got a course and we have supplements. And you can find our course and our supplements at patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. You get access to a private community of like-minded, success-pilled, looks-maxing, business-oriented people. If you're by the time you reach 30, your network should consist of a Discord server just for patrons, a pre-show just for patrons.
Yes.
Listen, you should have supplements. We don't have supplements, but we have
supplemental material.
That's right. Patreon.com/we have concerns, just $1 a month. You can take that dollar and turn that dollar into no more dollars.
Into dollars for us, which we would really appreciate, because that's the only growth hack we know of.
Because people won't hire me because I don't understand a word they're saying. Thank you.
Please send help.
Help.